And now we have sound? Okay. Hopefully we have sound. Let's see, we've got Sharia Coleslaw. We got Horwood. Who the fuck? Why the fuck have we got Mario Götze? Mario Götze! Mario Götze! Mario Götze! Oh no! Oh no! I can't find that clip without it pausing. No! No! It's Jova! It's Jova! Hold up. Anyway, we have Mario Götze for some reason. We've got the fish. We got Argfer. Bro, he's Arg for real. That's what I'm saying. We got Sheldon Turtleton. He's finally woken up. Light work. Makes light work attract limits. Wahey. Ryan Rods. Jonathan Dunk. Scornsy. Bacon's in the pits. We've got NLR No Hose. Woohoo. Cynical. M. Galloway. A-Dub gets back from his workout and joins the session as well. We've got Hightower, Scavney, VTech, California Robert himself, the fraud from Brooklyn, and Electric Blade. Who do I think is going to win? That's a good question. I'm going to go No Jug, whoa, that's a bit of wang there for not Electric Blade. For Hightower. I feel like I've lost the moment now. I'm trying to find. I forgot what they're called. We're just gonna have to rock 'em all. Who do you guys think will win? Which of you guys are just popping by, and who's gonna stay for the entire race and help me attempt to maintain some shred of sanity? Not to be overly cynical. Scornsy sets provisional pole time, of course. Not many people have set that time so far. It's always great to see that not working. There we are, that's fixed itself. That's what I was doing. Wayo, look, I can switch over to him. He's actually got his DRS wide open. He's about to cross the line. Takes P2. Where's Nojo? In the other Mercedes, the Mercedes duo seem to be both very good shouts for the win today. I touched Jeddah for the first time on this game yesterday, actually. That curb in like the start of Sector 2, and you cannot touch that. That thing just drags you away, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, here comes Mojo. Provisional pole position by 1/10 of a second. Jonathan Dunk and Sheldon Turtleton, P5 and P6. Mario Götze and Kelly Rob. Arg. Leka Spainer, that's what I was looking for. I was wondering. I was trying to think what that channel was that did the Mario Götze. Scavney retires from the session. Let's get a bit of track map ups, track details. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh, look. Finally found it. Oh, good. It's Mario Götze. Cool, well that's woken my entire house up. Where were we? Ah, he's Arg for real. He's also 98, what the hell? He's either 98 or he was born in 98. Either way, he's old. Light work makes the light work of Sector 2. Sheesh, or maybe it was just the glitch. Probably the latter. You know what? I always come on this stream, the entertainer I am, and make incredible jokes. So why don't we flip the script? If anybody ever joins, I'll have to keep saying this a few times to try and catch people, as light work takes P3. Why don't you guys tell me some jokes? Let's get the engagement numbers up. And let's see what you guys can come up with, because it's easy to say that my jokes about cheese are not very mature, or that they're cheesy. So let's see what you can do. Arg, for real. 13th. Bacon crosses the line. Takes P10. Hightower. Woohoo, look at him. He driving. I think that's the curve that I was... Yeah, that was the curve I was referring to then. You're in the danger zone. With that curve. Wayo. That's not the track. If I hit Control X, is it going to bring the soundboard up? No, it's not. The soundboard just doesn't work anymore. I don't know what it is. I'm going to leave rejoin. So you hear it when I do it through Discord, but the actual shortcut for the soundboard overlay just does not work. It is so temperamental. Anyhow. Or actually, is it because this is the new game and I haven't set it as one of those registered apps? Is that the thing? Authorized apps. I'm in streamer mode, but that's fine because I'll turn that back on in a sec. No, it's not authorized apps. It is registered games, I wasn't right. So I'll overlay on. Overlay. And then I'll throw streamer mode back on. And we'll hop back out of Discord. This is why I need a second monitor. If anyone wants to buy me a second monitor, I will not say no. We need to start a fund. Go fund me. Across the line is Caliber. So piece it. There we are. We fixed it. God damn, that is loud. Holy sweet mother of Jesus. That is so loud. I'm going to turn my own headset down. That was something else. Oh, you can see it on the stream. I did not know. I thought you would just see the game. You didn't used to see that. You didn't used to be able to see this little wheel of fun. This little bag of tricks. I don't want to see. Now I'm too worried to scroll through because if there's something in here that's inappropriate. Oh no. Game changer. Do love having a bit of this though. That's what you guys will get if you get your jokes in chat. I don't know how else you could ever possibly. Oh, Jonathan Dunk 127.2 puts himself on provisional poll because there is a qualifying session here that's going on that's supposed to be commentating over. Anyway, regardless, more importantly, you know that is the prize that awaits you if you get a joke in chat. Dace, it's a 127.0, almost in the 126s, but not quite. There goes No Jug. He does it. Haas crosses the line behind him. Is that Mario Götze? Who is Mario Götze? Can somebody tell me? Who is this guy in the Haas? It has to be. I probably shouldn't look actually. Mid thing. Okay. Anyhow. No jugs. Redeemed his Max Verstappen Miami helmet, hasn't he? Someone's looked in his in-game inbox. Should we do a little test? Should we see? Should we go through? See how many people have it? Okay, that isn't. That is. Jonathan Dunk has it on. Oh! That was convenient. Goodness me, I think by the time Hightower gets there, he'll be gone. Yeah. It's unfortunate anyway. I think we're on 2 so far. I can't tell. Callum's in the pits, you see. So that's the same. Pretty sure that wasn't 1. That's not 1. That's not 1. Can't see. That's 1 on VTEC's car. And now we have people in the pits. So we can't tell. We got 3 there though. 3. Surely that breaks your immersion if you're not driving them. One of the Red Bull cars. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. But the guy with the Max Verstappen helmet on is in a Mercedes, an Alpine, and has now crashed out and died, and a McLaren. And it is an ARC for real. VTEC. Oh. Jonathan Dunk's retired from the session. Is that a Max Verstappen helmet I see on Electric Blade? Is that a Max Verstappen Miami helmet? I think it is. That's 4, I think. Now talking about 4, we've got 4 minutes left of this session. And 4 drivers remaining in the top 6 after Lightwork crashed and Jonathan Dunk said, I don't want to do this no more. McLaren's going slowly. It's ARG for real. Who is ARG? There's top 10 questions that science can't answer. We will never know who ARG is for real. VTEC starting a hot lap in his McLaren that sounds a little bit like a very annoyed wasp. Maybe he's not on the hot lap. Because the ERS recharge light is blinking. Oh goodness me. I've got work in 3 hours. Rock in and roll in and rock in. Well, gotta be up for work in 3 hours. VTEC going slowly, and not in the normal VTEC way of going slowly. He's going particularly slowly by VTEC standards. Talking about not going slowly though. Well, talking about going slowly, let's talk about the opposite of going slowly, which is not going slowly, and Bacon is 7 tenths up on his time. Woohoo, that's a wall, but he doesn't touch it. He ain't Nicholas Latifi. Oh, bruh. Okay. It's Jova. I don't want to do this no more. Arg, for real. In the McLaren with Danny Ricciardo's raced on Bernie invalidates like a bozo. AW retires from the session. Here goes Electric Blade. He was fighting a little bit of oversteer now. He's finally actually getting a set a lap as he jumps around a little bit there. Gets the DRS wide open. Meow. Past he goes. Into the chicane. Pretty nice there from Electric Blade. Almost electric, you could say. Out of the final corner, he's going to have a nice little toe from Romeo ahead. It's probably a little bit too far ahead, really. I think it's not Cali Rob, it must be the other one, Cynical, because Cali Rob is on an outlap. Right, where are the top guys? Well, he's on an outlap. Dace is pushing in sector 1. Ryrods is starting his hot lap. Scornsy is starting his hot lap now. So of the front runners, it will be Dace to cross the line first. I also thought I haven't given you guys any sick formation lap chess recently, so we're going to give that another try. We did try GeoGuessr, but it just didn't really work, so this is what it is. Again, you got any suggestions for any entertainment, feel free to suggest it. As Shelley the Turtle retires from the session, and I will take those suggestions into consideration. As across the line goes Dace, set to 126.782, beating No Jug's time by 3/1000ths of a second. That is the benchmark. But No Jug is currently 0.2 of a second up as he sets a purple first sector. Ryan Rods, he is 0.4 up. He is going to set a new benchmark for No Jug if he can keep this pace up. He'll want to improve by a little bit more than that, if possible as well, to give him the best chance of getting pole position. The run up to the line now is short. Across the line he goes and does take provisional P1 with a 126.6. Scornsy will be the penultimate driver to cross the line. No Jug absolutely flying there. Purple, purple, purple all over the place. Across the line comes Scornsy DRS, wide open, sticking tight to the left hand side. Can he go provisional pole? No, he can't. So it's all on No Jug. Can he do it? Yes, I am going to use the sound effect if he does. And he does. And it's not even close.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
126.3. Callum jumps up to P6, a decent lap there for Brooklyn Robert, and that is the end of qualifying. We will end qualifying off here with NLR No Jug on pole. GSR Ryan Rods P2. I don't believe Dace can set another lap. No, don't think so. He's certainly not pushing. Dace P3, Scornsy P4, Jonathan Dunk P5, Caliber P6, 7, 8, 9 belongs to Lightwork AW and Sheldon Turtleton as P10 is Cynicals. Then outside of the top 10 we have M Galloway in P11 with Hightower behind him on the, would that be the 6th row of the grid? I don't really know, I don't really care. VTEC next in the McLaren with Bacon alongside him in the AlphaTauri. Then we've got Electric Blade followed by Mario Gotza. Then we've got Arg for real, and Scavney rounds off the grid having not set a lap time. And yeah, I thought so as soon as Dace pulls into the pits. Oh my god, look at that stare. Intense. Unrivaled intensity. Ah, there you go. There is confirmation. We've got NLR No Jug on pole position, followed by Ryan Rods, Dace, Scornsy, Jonathan Dunk, Callywab, Lightwork, A-Dub, Shelley, Cynical, Galloway, Hightower, VTEC, Bacon, Electric Blade, Goatsa, Arg, and Scavney. No, I'm not going to play a 1500. We're going to play Fabian, who's from, is that Gibraltar? Awesome. Okay. So, now I have to go over to Streamlabs here, and I've got to hit chess, bang, okay. Are we ready? Believe F1 we are still in a loading screen, so it's 2 minute 1 second increment, I believe. Let's rock and roll. Already lose a couple of seconds as it lags. That isn't a very dubious opening. Let's bring out the night. Carrying on our development in a London system, the same system we use. That's a discovered attack. Not defended, we'll have a free pawn and we'll probably retreat back to D3. Yeah, we will. We'll get an attack on the rook. He sees that. We'll continue our development for now. we will castle. We'll bring the queen up to e2. Bring up the knight as well. And I am probably ahead on time right now. I am. That was actually probably a bad move by me to bring the knight up because it stopped this move, which we're going to play now, which attacks the centre. He might take. He does not take. I could lock up the centre by playing c5, but I'm not going to. Yeah, go on, let's take. Now we have an attack on here, so this can't be taken by the queen without blundering it, so we'll do that, and we should win this and get promotion. Okay, no, we'll just take a free queen with check. Okay. It's just too many options because he's in that bad of a position. Let's attack the rook. He does not defend it properly because we're playing against some shitty ass bot because we've only got 2 minutes. Bang. This has been hanging the whole time, I've only just noticed. We'll play this, it takes. Play this, it takes, and we'll laugh him all the way to the bank. Gobble, gobble. Yep, it takes. Yeah, there's that, and that. Gobble. And here, with a fork. And then let's threaten checkmate. Boom. Okay, that was fun. Where are we on F1? I should probably hop back. We're still doing nothing on F1. Let's have a look at the game view. Because it's either that or it's looking at pit lane. Oh my goodness me, I've never seen chess.com lag before. So this is forced main 12. Bang, okay. Awesome. Look. Chessception. Anyway, the cars are now on the formation lap, so let's not click on the wrong thing. Let's click on the right thing in contrast. Hide the UI once more. Let's hit F4. What does that do? It did nothing. Awesome. Oh, light workers joined. Good to know. Let's have a look at the tyres we're starting on. I will never get the right one. So, the front two. Goodness me, excuse me. The front two on mediums, followed by Dace on the softs, and then Scorsese will be starting on mediums. Jonathan Dunk on the soft. So we've got a pretty even split throughout the field. Caleb and Lightwork on the mediums, with Adam on the softs, and then Shelley and Cynical on the mediums. Galloway on the softs, Hightower medium, VTech soft, Bacon Electric Blade medium, Goethe Arg for real, and Scavney on the soft tyre. This is the best chance to do a helmet count. So let's see. Boom. 1, 2. See, that's a prank. You think it is for a second, but it's not. 3, 4. I don't know if I miscounted. I probably miscounted and missed one off there, but. Nope, I can indeed count to 4. Holy, I've never managed to count to 4 before, guys. We're making progress here. Who is going to win this race? Who knows? My prediction was no jug, and I stand by that prediction. But it could be anyone. Okay, that's an interesting parking strategy there from the Ferrari, but you know, each to their own, and a couple bozos, just like Shelley, I've gone over. Look how far back in his grid box he has to start now. Huh. Shocking. Anyway, it's 5 red lights. Watch on board with Scornsey. And away we go. Scornsey doesn't get as great a start as the guys around him, but he's clear of the guys behind. Rymods has dropped below Dace into turn 1. Dace has the outside, which turns to the inside. These drivers are going to be side by side. Nojug has gotten away cleanly. Dace has taken P2 away from Rymods in P3. Scornsey gets a bit of a run on him, but nowhere to go to make a move this early in the lap. Rymods trying to stick close behind Dace. He will want to retake that position as soon as possible. We've got yellow flags behind, but it doesn't seem like there's been too much carnage. Everyone is alive, no one is spun around. Not bad for Jeddah. Rymods taking the corner really tight there, tucked up behind Dace, trying to make some moves behind. We've probably got some fighting that looked like a spin, possibly, or maybe I'm just stupid. Probably the latter. M. Galloway and Bacon scrapping away. M. Galloway taking the tighter line there. Gonna get by, but let's jump back up to the front because it's Dace on Nojug. Oh, he went for a gap, but that gap quickly closed, and that could have been disastrous for the front two, and Dace has been put a little bit on the back foot by that. And Rymods gets a good run on him for the time being, but then Dace obviously has the slipstream out of that corner and manages to make a move with a bit of ghosting. I don't know what's going on with the connection. It seems terrible whenever I spectate. I don't know what it is. But anyway, Nojug can come back at Dace here, who has taken the lead. Dace, of course, setting the fastest lap of the race, virtue of it being the first lap. And he will retain P1 into turn 1. You would expect this from Dace, though, on those soft compound tyres. Yellow flags. It's finally... No, not Mario Götze and Arg coming together. We've got a full course safety car deployed. So that's going to neutralise the race. Probably a little bit too early to have any real strategy ramifications. Just going to mean that people get a couple of laps of nursing their tyres. I can't believe that happened to my homie Mario Götze and Arg for real at the back. Unbelievable scenes. Those Mercedes cars just look so freaking scary, don't they? Right, look at that. Forget monsters. Little kids are worried that there's a Mercedes in their fucking closet, bro. And Götze has left the session. Oh, and into the pits is Rymods. That is very interesting. Lightwork is in as well as Jonathan Dunk, who has just retired from the session, never mind. Rymods onto the hard tyres, probably, you'd think, for the remainder of this race. That is very, very interesting indeed. He's going to be right at the back of 12 other cars here. So you're going to have to think those leaders are going to get a big gap on him, but Rymods has essentially had a free pit stop, so this is going to be interesting. Personally, I'm going to say that's not the right call, but also you don't really want to doubt Rymods, so we'll see. And we are just cruising around behind the safety car. Currently, Arg for real is just catching up to the back of the pack, and so we would expect the safety car to be in this lap, though Calirob is in the pits as well. He's got to come in for a set of hard tyres, so clearly he's decided that the Ryan Rod strategy is the best strategy. Electric blades P8 now. He's weaving about. He is weaving and weaving. He's swinging that electric blade. Is an electric blade basically just a lightsaber? No, because that would be a plasma blade. On this episode of Mythbusters. Anyway, okay. Anyway. The safety car will be in this lap. What has gone on here? What is this gap? A-dub? Come on. Let's get to moving. And yet, confirmation of that from race control. So now, Dace becomes the de facto safety car. Yes, I know. Lord help us all. There's nothing safe about that car. Mainly because it's got an aquatic creature in the front of it that can't even swim. When will Dace go? Let's watch from the perspective of No Jug. Dace has gone now. No Jug doesn't get away badly, but he doesn't get away well either. Scornsey about the same, enough to defend from the car behind, and Scornsey breaks early, not looking to send any moves down the inside there, and A-Dub also stays in position. VTEC looking to make his way past Sheldon Turtleton, but the chance does not quite arise. Rymod's not so he had No Jug. Rymod's is all the way down the field. No Jug on the back of Dace, all over him, it would seem. One would assume that No Jug has slightly more pace now than Dace, at least on his first lap. Perhaps he kept his tyres up to temperature a little bit better, which you wouldn't expect with Dace being on the soft tyres, but it's also Dace. Probably forgot that tyres needed to be warm. And the cars always look like they're going to go into the wall there on the outside, but they never do, apart from when they do. Shelley is around to absolutely no one's surprise. He just wants an excuse to go to bed. And I mean, I can't blame him, to be honest. I kind of do as well. I'm looking at the time, and I'm 3 hours now till I have to wake up. What the hell? So, No Jug all over the back of Dace, brakes late and nearly loses the car. And, fortunately for No Jug, Scornsey is not very close behind him, otherwise he may well have lost the position there. Dace spared from the pressure. Rymod's already up into P9. We see fighting ahead between Bacon and Cynical. Between Cynical and Electric Blade, sorry. Bacon having to check up because of that ahead of him. Rymod's is all over the back of both of these drivers. Rymod's having to lift off there to not go into the back of Bacon, who was travelling much more slowly in his AlphaTauri. Rymod's may have a move here if he deploys. Bacon deploying 2 though, and he thinks better of that one. Bacon also wanted to make a move on Cynical. He may get the chance here. Down the inside he goes. Cynical on the outside. They're going to be side by side as they approach this next chicane. Bacon takes it and has to then go off the track. But we can't watch this for too long because Dace and NLR Nojo are battling once more. Dace goes a little bit deep there. He's not going to get as good an exit as Nojo, who has the slipstream though. It looks like Dace deploying that ERS, beginning to creep away down the straight, perhaps Nojo with slightly higher wings. What can Mr. Mackie do in that Mercedes? He's going to deploy the ERS, and now Dace is going to do the same. Scornsy watches on from 7/10 back, and it does look like Dace has some real straight line speed. I feel like commentary gives me a cold. Straight up. I don't even know what it is. I'm completely fine, and then I'm like, okay guys, welcome to Coleslaw. It's unbelievable, really. Talking about unbelievable, we've got some unbelievable battling. Lightwork makes his way past Hightower. Reinmont in P8. Now he's made his way past Cynical. Sure, relating to the move between Bacon and himself as well. Yellow flags behind, and Hightower's retired. Please don't give me another safety car. Callaway picks up a 5-second time penalty as well for a severe collision with Hightower. It's just a virtual safety car for the time being. Hopefully it remains that way. Don't really get an indication on when the safety car, the virtual safety car, will be ending. And into the pits is Dace to come off of those soft tyres. He was under a lot of pressure from Nojo. Dace will be hoping that that virtual safety car lasts a little while longer yet. He is going to fall behind quite a few cars here, Ryan Rod's included. He wants this VSC to last as long as it possibly can so he gets as cheap a pit stop as possible. And the virtual safety car, it looked for a second like it was over, but I got pranked, and now it is over. DRS enabled as well as that virtual safety car has now ended, and Nojo is in the lead by 1.2 seconds from Scornsy, a dub behind in P3. Lightwork wants to make Lightwork and the Alfa Romeo ahead of him. I don't know how many times I've used the Lightwork thing. It must be in the hundreds by now. To the outside goes Cynical, and Lightwork is unable to try and make a dive down the inside, and Cynical moving a lot under braking there, it would seem. And Lightwork is still just going to get them running in, coming out of this corner, and there's nothing Cynical can do there. Scornsy now pushing to try and get back within the DRS of Nojo. I think he may have just gotten it. Yep, he has. The DRS there from Scornsy, that's going to help his pace, and A-Dub behind is going to follow along with the DRS as well. Hightower leaves the session, and yep, Scornsy with more DRS, so that's going to help him pull up to the back of NLR Nojo. Scornsy not giving up on this race just yet. Into the pits comes Cynical. Dace has his teammate Scavney ahead of him now by about 1.3 seconds. Question is, did Nojo use up some of his tyres fighting with the Dace earlier on in the race, and does that present an opportunity to Scornsy? It looks for the time being though like Nojo does just have a little edge in pace, but Scornsy seems to have the straight line speed. He got a good exit there as well from that corner. A-Dub falling by the wayside as the 1 second window closes on him. Yellow flags there for a Ferrari of Shelley, not a surprise. And Bacon's got caught up in it as well. And Shelley picks up the penalty for it. Bloody Shelley. Anyhow, Scornsey getting really close up behind NLR No Jug, but not close enough. He could look to make a move here though. He hasn't even opened the DRS. He's not interested in making a move. How peculiar. And Scornsey's got that corner all wrong, and he's lost so much time there actually. No Jug bolts away on the exit, and Scornsey has so much work to do now just to get back to where he was a few corners before. Ryan Rudd's up into P4 now as well, only a couple seconds behind these guys ahead of him. I mean, Ryan Rudd has all the options in the world here now, and Calibob sets the fastest lap of the race. Could even be possible now for Ryan Rudd to hop onto mediums, do the same strategy that Dace is doing, and undercut the guys ahead of him. He can do what he wants. Though in that situation Dace would of course jump ahead of him. Dace only 6 seconds behind, so he's in a really good position at this moment in time. Ryan Rudd wants to promote himself up into the podium position. Shelley the Turtle looking from a 5-second time penalty for speed in the pit lane, which I think will indicate that he's going to retire, and he does. Though I wouldn't have put it past him to just pick that up by accident. And here goes Ryan Rudd, a pretty simple overtake around the outside of AW with the DRS, and we'll see if AW can maybe come back at him with the DRS down here, but it just doesn't look like he has the tyre grip. And Scornsey dropping back a little bit now from No Jug. Arg finds himself getting passed by Electric Blade as AW decides to pull to the pits. He's had enough of those soft tyres. Light Work and Dace very close together. Looks like Dace getting past Light Work there on those fresh medium tyres. He is chasing down the leaders, and he has Ryan Rudd ahead of him now. And M. Galloway is now putting a lot of pressure on Arg. The Argonator, the Argentinian, loses the car there and gets a little bump forward by Galloway. I'm trying to think of Arg puns. Woohoo! And Galloway nearly goes around. Yeah, we've got the Argentinian, the Argonator, the Argonaut, the Archbishop of Canterbury. I'm severely sleep deprived. VTEC closing up behind Scavney. DRS wide open in the slipstream, and moves to the outside. Will this be an easy pass for VTEC? No, it won't, and Scavney will probably have the DRS there, it would seem. They're going to be side by side as they exit this corner. We will see which car opens the DRS, but Scavney decides he doesn't want to be on those softs anymore. Okay, we've got the Argonaut, we've got the Argentinian, we've got the Archbishop of Canterbury, which is my personal favourite. What else? The Octopus. There must be some really obvious ones that I'm missing here. Okay. Anyway, watching on board with Scornsey, he has Ryan Rudd flying behind him. DRS wide open on that Mercedes as well. Scornsey's going to find himself under a lot of pressure from Ryan Rudd pretty soon, and if they fight, it's only going to bring Dace into the conversation, though it may not be much of a fight, because here comes Ryan Rudd with the DRS. Scornsey will have the DRS to come back at him on the next straight if he is going to be able to get a good enough exit to even mount a challenge. He does manage to stick to the racing line there though. Does deploy the ERS on the exit. open goes the DRS, but doesn't look like he's going to be close enough. He may send it, though he does not. He thinks better of it. Scornsey too wise to make any desperate moves. Probably just waiting for Dace behind to bottle it. Scornsey needs to probably think about doing something on strategy here to get himself past No-Drug, but I'm not sure there really is anything he can do whilst on those medium tyres, and that's a mistake from Ryan Mods on that curb that I mentioned that just drags you away. It kidnaps you, that curb. Ryan Mods learns that the hard way as he falls back behind Scornsey. And Dace will be liking what he sees there as those deltas flip around and that number gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Ryan Mods has very quickly caught back up to the back of Scornsey. He's got to do this overtake all over again, and Scornsey was a little bit wide there, more of a V-shaped line from Ryan Mods as he prioritises the corner exit. And that is Scornsey into the pits. 11 laps remaining. What does Scornsey do here? Surely he must go for the softs, but 11 laps on the softs may be a tall order. He has gone for the softs, I believe. You can see the red stripe on those tyres. Yep, there it is. Light work jumps up then into P4, and Dace has 3.5 seconds ahead of him to Ryan Mods. Ryan Mods may have just pulled off an absolute masterclass here, because Dace's medium tyres, how long are they going to have an advantage over those hards for? Ryan Mods may have made a race-winning decision here by pitting under that safety car for the hards. That's always my strat in Monaco. There's a lap on safety car, pit, running the clean air behind everyone. Happy days. Bob's your uncle. Og's your uncle. And yeah, Dace is struggling to make inroads on Ryan Mods now. It may be Jova. That being said, some bozo will probably cause a safety car at some point, so may all be academic in the end. Scavney, Calirob, Cynical, what they all got in common? Well, the fact that they're all approaching this corner. Ooh, a little bit wide there from Scavney, but he holds it together. He even uses a little bit of overtake there because he is Chadney. Not even scared about the squeeze to the inside there from Calirob, and that's going to be a little bit wide. Way-oh. No-Drug into the pits for soft tyres. Baker picks up a 5-second tyre penalty for ignoring blue flags. No-Drug goes by him, and then so does Ada. Dace has closed up a little bit on Ryan Mods. You can see that Mercedes now as well, which is probably giving him added motivation. An extra couple miles an hour through those corners as you really start to push. Talking about pushing though, No-Drug on the fresh, soft tyres. He is going to be absolutely flying. And I don't think Lightwork is going to stand a chance for much longer. No-Drug already with the DRS now, and it may be Jova for Lightwork before they even reach this next corner, though I think that Mr. Mackie will wait for the next straight, and he does. This should be pretty easy now for the Mercedes driver. Just hooks up in the slipstream, turns it on at the DRS, doesn't even need to use any of his electrical energy, and there's nothing Lightwork can do there. Now No-Drug has 7.4 seconds ahead to Dace. Dace continuing, that is a word apparently. Continuing to slowly close in on Ryan Mods ahead, but not by much, and we've got a right little scrap going on down here over P10. Light work picking up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting him. Galloway there on the inside getting out of the way. It looked like more than anything as Caliber went sailing around the outside of him, and Cynical's going to pick up the DRS and the slipstream here and look to make a move possibly on the Alpine, but the Alpine does have the slipstream from Caliber, so Cynical looks at the outside, then thinks about the switchback. Galloway doesn't go deep though, and the door may stay closed for the Alfa Romeo driver, who's now going to be stuck behind this Alpine for the next few corners and start to lose a lot of ground on the quicker cars ahead, so he will want to make a move as soon as he possibly can. Can I turn the what button do I have to press on my headset? Oh, that did something. It made things louder. That makes things quieter, but neither of those are what I want. What does this do? I want to do it so I hear my... Okay, there we are. Can I... No, you don't want to go any louder than that? Okay. Well, this is better than nothing. I can hear my own voice through the headset now. So hopefully that will help me pronounce English. This is the hope. This is the way. A-Dub and Lightwork, they're getting pretty close together. A-Dub on fresher and a compound, one compound softer tyre, one step softer of compound of tyre. The Lightwork is just falling down the order here. Oh, that doesn't help. Get off the track, don't you dare cause a safety car, or I will swear to God. And obviously, get wrecked. Cynical is into the pits. Org is still driving. Swansea is closing up to A-Dub as well on fresh soft tyres, and Nojuk has absolutely sliced the gap down today. Stacey's gained another 3/10 on Ryan Rods over the space of about 2 laps, which is not much. Don't know if I needed to tell you that, but it's not much. Dace will surely run out of laps before he catches Ryan Rods at this rate, though he does only need to get within a second before he gets the DRS, and that will help a lot. Though I think Nojug may well catch Dace before Dace catches Ryan Rods. Nojug basically doing qualifying laps at this point on those fresh softs, absolutely flying. That's the fastest lap of the race at 129.532, and I don't see anybody beating that, which is the cue for someone to very promptly beat that. Scornsey finally gets his way past A-Dub, and I miss it because I'm terrible at my job. But hey, at least I acknowledge it. Look at those lines. Oh! Amazing by Nojul there. Scavney and Calibor. Scavney gets his way past Calibor. End of conversation. Moving swiftly onwards. Whoa! That's not the track, A-Dub. Where are you going, pal? A-Dub washed, confirmed? And look how close Nojug is. Today's now 1.7 seconds. They're still not making any inroads on Ryan Rods, who is surely now more scared of his teammate than he is of the Williams driving bozo behind him. Nojug will be wanting to have DRS by this time on the next lap, I'd imagine, in his head. That will be his plan because he is gaining very rapidly on Dace, so he needs to continue to make these inroads while those soft tyres are pretty fresh, because if he waits until they start to wear down, you're going to start losing performance and it could be a little bit of a struggle. I still can't say that he's going to win this though, Nojug, because Ryan Rods is going to be pretty impervious on those hard tyres when everybody else starts picking up that wear. That being said, Ryan Rods should be surely with that wear pretty soon, as he has been on those hard tyres for 16 laps, but they are the hard tyres for a reason. Scavney pretty close to the back of Calimob, and he has the DRS. This could be an easy overtake here for the Williams driver who started last, and he says goodbye, Brooklyn Robert. See you later. Og! ARG within a second. ARG. Woohoo. ARG mention. ARG moment. This is a certified ARG moment. I'm going to be so disappointed if ARG turns out to be a knobhead or something. Don't know who it is. Probably someone I know who just has a different EA name. Anyway, I did say No Jug will want the DRS by now, and he's gotten it. That being said, he nearly gets a handful of oversteer that send him into the wall. He manages to catch it and gather it back up, and he will have the DRS now to try and close back in on base in the Williams. Under the Aramco sign they go. There's not much Aramco branding around here. Oh, would you do one? Would you actually do one? There's 5 laps left, man. It's... Bro, it's nearly 4 AM. Bro, come on. For what? What for? No one DNF'd. I hate this game, man. Well, that's going to mean everybody's going to be in for softs, and it's going to be a soft shootout to the end. I'll imagine No Jug will inherit P1 as he probably won't pit. He'll just try and put up with a slight disadvantage that he has from being on those softs for 5 laps already. I forgot that's really annoyed me. That's just Codemaster's ineptitude on prime and perfect display for everybody to see. A pointless safety car for absolutely no reason. No Jug does decide to pit. He follows Dace and nearly loses the car. Dude, you're under safety car conditions. Stop being a bozo. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, pushing like that all just to get held up by your teammate anyway. You absolute clown. Goodness me, I'm surprised he fits a racing around all his clown school homework. Sure, Caliber will also pit here. Yeah. So Ramos is now up into P1, so in hindsight that strategy did work. It would have been interesting to see what actually happened over the course of the race with all the different strategies that were going on, but you know, sod it. Let's just have a 3-lap shootout to the end on soft tyres because they just feel like it. The Prince of Saudi Arabia was getting bored. No oil money for you unless Bernd Mylander gets out on track. Goodness gracious me, and look, ARG is going to be the undoing of me. Look how far back he is. ARG. ARG for real. He needs to shave 98 bloody seconds off his lap time. Come on. Lord. And Ryan Rods lets Bacon go, and it doesn't work. But he tried. The thing is, if he lets him go, we'll kind of be stuck behind this safety car for so much longer. They're giving it another try though. Bacon goes by and away he goes to elongate the safety car by 2 laps more than likely. Fantastic. imagine it'll have to come in this lap anyway, due to the sheer lack of racing laps remaining, but we'll see. It would have been incredibly interesting to see how those strategies have played out. It's actually quite disappointing that we've been robbed of that. And Bacon comes into the pits. I mean, he doesn't really have a chance of catching up at this point anyway. But he wants to serve that penalty. And to serve that penalty, he does. I've seen that Aston Martin safety car in real life at Carfest. I tell you what, it was bloody quick. And of course it decides not to come in this lap. I mean, this is absolutely ludicrous. There should be a rule against that. There's a back marker that's still never going to catch up to the pack anyway. Probably. Who's going to elongate this race by ages. Bacon may just be able to catch up to the back of the safety car. It will be in this lap no matter what, because it will not come in on the 24th lap and leave us with just the 25th remaining, so the safety car will definitely come in at the end of this lap. Ryan Rods will be the de facto safety car leader, and I mean, it's a tactical decision by Ryan Rods to let Bacon go. I mean, the fewer laps remaining, the fewer he has to defend with the cars behind for. So it helps him delay the restart. I think Bacon will catch up to the back. It's going to be difficult to say though. He's going to be arriving at the back of the field there with red hot tyres. Everybody else is going to be on cold tyres. Safety car in this lap. Yeah, Bacon needs to not be here, the upshift, he needs to be pushing it. And he's now on the same straight as them. And he will be pulling up to the back of the pack now. Just in the nick of time. As Ryan Rods gets ready to restart this race. And away he goes, catches Days as he lifts off, and Scornsy's got an unbelievable jump on an LR no jump. They're going to be side by side as we head down into turn 1. Down the inside goes Dace on Ryan Mods. Ryan Mods goes a little bit deep though, that's going to cut him off for this corner, and Dace decides to switch back. Scornsy can't get the move done, and Ryan Mods is right ahead of Dace, but it's not by much. Dace is going to go down the inside of this corner where it's difficult to make the move. Ryan Mods has to go off track, but they remain in P1 and P2. Dace knows just how quick Ryan Mods is, I believe, and I think that's probably the primary reason that he doesn't want Ryan Mods to have any chance of pulling away, because he knows that he definitely can do. And No Jug as well is going to be a threat to these two guys also. He's incredibly quick. Scorzy's fallen back a little bit, but he will remain in contention if these guys do begin to battle soon, which is exactly what I would expect of them. And this is No Jug's chance here to possibly get by Dace. He is going to use his ERF. He is going to use his slipstream. That Williams jumping up a little bit, up and down, as it bottoms out under the aerodynamic load from the compression due to the high speed. And here goes Dace at high speed, going around the outside of Ryan Mods for the lead. And you know where he's going? He's going around the outside.
Go inside! To the outside! We got an outside pass!
Great move by Dace. Ryan Mods could come back at him though as we begin the final lap of this race. I think Ryan Mods does want to take the move into turn 1 if he can, and he does dive down the inside there. Dace though has that covered, at least for the time being. Ryan Mods tries to go around the outside, and that might even leave the door open for No Jug behind. My headset informs me that the battery level is low. Even my headset wants to go to bed at this point. But we have a race to finish and a winner to decide, and No Jug touches the inside wall there. Hopefully for his sake he gets away without any damage, though Dace and Ryan Mods will be hoping for the contrary. Dace will be hoping that Ryan Mods gets under attack. His teammate here is Og, for real, picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on the track limit. The Archbishop of Canterbury himself has been penalised by the FIA. And here goes No Jug. There's all sorts of weird shenanigans happening. No Jug with an insane amount of overspeed. Dace does not want to let him go easily, and they do make contact, and No Jug does go around. And he takes out Scornsy. Goodness gracious me, but these two are still going at it. And Dace is low on ERS. Ryan Mods is right behind him. He's going to be tucked up in the slipstream. It's going to be a drag race to the line between the Williams and the Mercedes, both of them deploying all of the energy that they have. Here goes Ryan Mods. It's a race to the line, and Ryan Mods just about nicks it, I think, but Dace jumps back ahead. On my screen, that definitely looked like Ryan Mods was ahead, but the gap is 0.002. Holy. Caliban picks up a podium out of absolutely nothing. AWP4, Lightwork P5, Electric Blade P6, VTech P7, P8 is Bacon, P9 M Galloway, Arg for Real gets P10, P11 is Cynical, and P12 is Scabney. Scornsy and No Jug should still manage to get points for P13 and P14 respectively, though, as they did complete quite a lot of the race. What on earth is going on here? Guys, just cross the damn line. I mean, seriously, just cross the line. The line is there. Cross it. Wunderbar. Fantastisch. Vielen Dank. Sehr gut. And I will make sure I get the race results. Electric Blade gets driver of the day. I mean, what an absolutely unbelievable finish that was. There may even be a report at Dace for that. I don't even know. It's one of those. We'll see. But wow, that was unbelievable. And there are your results. We have Dace P1, Rhinebuds P2, Callywod P3, Adub P4, Lightwork P5, P6 is Electric Blade, P7 is VTech Bacon in P8 with Galloway behind in P9, and Org gets P10, Cynical P11, Scabney P12 from P18 on the grid, Scornsy P13 after that crash with NLR Nojo, Shelley P15 and 16th is Hightower, 17th is Jonathan Dunk, 18th is Mario Goetzer. And that's going to be the end of our stream here. We've got the results as we needed to. We've watched the entirety of the race. We're not going to have time for the interviews because I am up for work in about 2.5 hours. So I'm going to say au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, adios, tot ziens. Yeah.